my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my book goals for 2024 and then my most anticipated reads of 2024. So books that are being released in 2024 that I am very excited for. There are a lot, well, there's not a lot. There's a list. There are so many on that list that I am so excited for. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I am for them. And there are some of them that I'm gonna have to wait a while because my paperback roll that I have. So yeah, that's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful. But there is one book that I will be buying the UK cover for, because that's the UK, I have the UK cover for it. I need to get the US covers. I need to get the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. But I'm talking about Reckless by Lauren Roberts. It comes out in July. It's the second book in the Powerless trilogy. I don't really know if it has like a special name or if it's just like the Powerless trilogy. So we're gonna call it the Powerless trilogy. But I'm very excited for that book. I'm like so excited. I was thinking about it this morning, like just how much I want this book immediately. So yeah. When it comes out in July, do not be surprised if I am at Barnes & Noble or getting a package shipped to my house from Amazon. Like, do not be surprised whatsoever. So that's the first book, and I'm very excited about it because, so yeah, I am like so excited for that one. That's like the number one book that's releasing in 2024 that I want to read. Like, if I read no other books in 2024 but Reckless, I will die happy. So yeah, that tells you something. The next book is Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is coming out in the fall of 2024. And this is the sequel to Better Than the Movies, which everybody knows I'm obsessed with. I think I've talked about it in at least 3 videos that I've posted this month, just in December. I talk about it all the time on Instagram too, so if you follow me on there, you know that I love Better Than the Movies. Like, you just know. So yeah, that's another one I'm really excited for. I know there's gonna be conflict, and I'm like, no, because they just need to be together forever. Like, that just needs to happen. So yeah, I'm not excited for the conflict that is most definitely going to happen in that book, but I am excited to get Wes's POV because it's going to be dual POV, and I'm so excited for that. I cannot wait to get more of Wes's POV because Then there's Funny Story by Emily Henry. This is another one I'm really excited for. Probably won't get it until 2025 because I want the paperback version of it because I want all my Emily Henry books to match. Which is painful because I still haven't read Happy Place, and I really want to. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one too. I don't really remember what it's about. I know that the 2 main characters get broken up with and then end up moving together. Like, their exes are getting married or something like that. They broke up. Hold on. Okay, so the people that they were originally dating broke up with them to date each other. And then they move in with each other, so they're roommates. Literally all I know, and you can tell how much of a struggle it was for me to explain that, so don't ask for any more information because I don't have it. Then there's Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I think this is another woman in STEM book, which I actually really like. I've only read Love Theoretically of her, like, women in STEM things. Books. It's books. But I'm really excited for that. I think I like them. I don't know why I don't like science, but I like those books. Couldn't really tell you why. Alright, then we have another one that I'm really excited for. Oh my goodness. I can't stop thinking about this series. Like, I literally cannot. And that is book 10 of the Keeper of the Lost Cities series. This is the final book in this series. And if Keith and Sophie don't end up together, I am rioting. I'm rioting. I'm flying to California and I'm rioting in front of Shannon Messenger's house. I will literally do it, because anybody that tells you her and Fitz, Sophie and Fitz, need to end up together, like, seriously need to be evaluated, because, like, I mean, I used to be like that, but then, like, I realized how mean he was to her and was like, maybe these anger issue problems need to be worked out before this man gets into a relationship, you know? So yeah, that's really all I have to say without giving away any spoilers. Yeah, and there's so many things that need to be resolved. I'm like, this book is gonna be 2,000 pages long with how much stuff needs to be resolved. It'll probably be the thickest book. Unless, I don't know, because, see, here's my thing, okay? There's a lot of things that need to get wrapped up in this series, okay? The love triangle. The battle with the rebel group that I can't tell you the name of because you don't know until literally book 4. Literally, like, there's so many other things that I can't tell you because you don't find out about these things until so later in the series, and it's like, I want to tell you, I just want to word vomit everything that is going on up here when I think about this series. But there's just so much that needs to be wrapped up, and if Shannon Messenger doesn't do it the way that she has been doing it, and kind of dragging things out, but not in, like, a painstakingly way where I'm like, woman, get to the point. It's more of a, like, not like that. It's like, woman, get to the point because I want to know what happens, but, like, take your time type deal, I guess. I don't know. It's not boring how she drags it out. I don't really know how else to describe it. But, like, if she doesn't drag it out in book 10 like she has in literally every single book, which is the reason why there are 10 books, technically 11 because there's an 8.5. Like, if you don't continue that into the last book, then it's gonna be like, we did this for nothing. 10, what, it'll be 11 years, because 2024, 11 years of writing this series, and you wrapped it up in 500 pages. You could have just given me the spark notes, okay? And that would have been better than, like, 10 books, and then the 11th one is just, you know what I mean? So it needs to be dragged out to a certain point where I'm not, like there's just, it's a thin line, and you need to be, like, right on the thin line without going over or going backwards, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have very high expectations for this book. And it's literally children's fantasy, but I have so high expectations because every single time that I read a new book in the series, it raises my expectations. So technically, this is Shannon Messenger's fault that I have such high expectations for the final book in this series. And if it's not every bit of perfect as the last couple of books have been, really all of the books, like, if it's not, then I'm gonna lose my mind, because just, it would actually hurt me. Not because I spent this much time, like, invested in the series and reading this series, but because I love it so much. And then we're just gonna do this. It's not how, I don't know. I think it would actually hurt me. Like, actually hurt me. So, yeah. That's my rant on Keeper of the Lost Cities and how this series needs to end, because I don't know. I just really need this to end good. Like, I need it to have a good ending, because I invested my entire childhood into this series. Like, I really need it to be good, because like, there's nothing else to say. I just need this to finish on a high note. I need it to. It's like, just, like, I don't even know. I feel like I wrote the series with the amount of, like, tears and just like, overall emotions that I felt reading these books. And, like, oh my goodness. Oh, I, like, cried so many times reading these books. And I'm rereading them right now, so I get to cry for, like, a 20th time. And then I'm probably gonna cry when I finish the series, because quite literally my childhood. Then we have Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. This is an adult romance. I haven't read any adult romance by her, but I want to. I've just read Better Than the Movies. Literally only read Better Than the Movies. But I have the Do-Over. I was waiting for it to come out in paperback. And then I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Which I feel like is just a reward for waiting. You know? Like, God really said, you were patient, so here's a gift. I don't know. It's about two people who are hired to crash weddings and, like, object to the two people that are getting married. Does that make sense? Like, whoever think these two shall not be married say something or just be quiet, that thing. They're like, hey, I got some issues with this. I don't know how else to describe this. I really don't. Can you tell I'm struggling? Can you tell? Then we have The Rom-Commers by Catherine Senner. I haven't read a Catherine Senner book yet, but I want to. So yeah, I don't really know what this book's about. I think it's two people writing a movie or a book or something like that. So yeah. Then there is Fragile Designs by Colleen Cobble. This is a mystery romance author that I really like. And I really want to read more of her books, and she's got one coming out in 2024. So I'm very excited for that one. I don't really know much about it, but it's probably a mystery, and there's probably romance in it. So yeah. All right, then we have The Disappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. This is another thriller, I think, and I think it's YA too. I haven't read Five Survive, but I really want to. So yeah, but I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I really liked that series, so I just need to read Five Survive by Holly Jackson, and then The Disappearance of Rachel Price when that comes out. All right, now we have my book goals for 2024, so things I want to accomplish reading-wise in 2024. I only have 4 goals. One of them is to read 70 books. My goal this year was to read 50, and so far I've read 75. And I know it'll at least be 77 because I'm reading A Study in Drowning, and then I'm starting The Cruel Prince today. And I will have finished those this week. So I know I will at least have read 77 books. But I'm keeping it at 70 because I don't know how much I'm going to read because school is going to pick up a lot more in 2024 for me than it was in 2023. So I wanted to raise it, but I didn't want to raise it too much. So I think 70 will be good. And then if I get to like 80, 85, then maybe I'll raise it a little bit more to like 90 or something. I don't know, for 2025. But that's my book goal right now. My next goal is to read more Colleen Cobble, which I've talked about a lot. But I really want to read more of her books because I've only technically read 4. One was a trilogy and then the other one was a standalone. So I really want to try to read more of her books. And then another one of my goals was to finish as many series as I'm in as possible. So the Lunar Chronicles, Keeper of the Lost Cities, the Debutante duology, ACOTAR, Cruel Prince trilogy, the Legendborn cycle, the Assistant to the Villain trilogy. I have a whole list. I'm trying to remember what else I'm in. Oh, I'm in the middle of a Keeper reread. So I want to finish that in 2024 as well. I want to finish it before November, which is when book 10 will come out. So I'm in the middle of quite a lot of series. And then I have the first books in quite a lot of series. Like the Twisted Tale series, I think I'm going to read the first book in that series this month. I'm going to start Throne of Glass this month. I started ACOTAR this month. I started the Debutantes duology. I started the Cruel Prince trilogy. I got a lot of series that I'm going to start the Dance of Thieves duology this month. Like, I have so many series that I'm starting this month or that I started in the beginning of this year and that I never finished and that I need to finish in 2024. So, yeah, and there's a lot. I have a list. It's a growing list. It multiplied today by like 3 because I haven't updated it since the beginning of this month. So, yeah. All right, my final goal for 2024 is to not buy more books than can fit on my TBR shelf. So, this is my TBR cart. The books that I'm currently reading, the books that I've read for the month go on the top shelf, and then like my Bible studies, stuff like that. The middle shelf is my TBR shelf. So all of the books on my physical TBR books I haven't read yet, they go on this middle shelf, and then sometimes I have more books than can fit in like this row, so then they go in the back. And then the bottom shelf is my top 10 reads of the year. Video coming soon, by the way. So this shelf, I want to make sure that I can fill it up to its maximum, but I don't want to go over the maximum where I have like books just stacked sporadically around my room. Because I used to just have a basket, and that got chaotic sometimes. So I don't want to buy more books that can fit on this shelf, and I want to get through as well as much books on my TBR as possible. Obviously, I have like a set TBR that I do every month. I pick 6 books that I want to read. Sometimes I just like continue series within the continually through the months. But I also want to read books that aren't on my like a planned TBR, because I do plan TBRs very well in advance. So I want to read the books that aren't on my TBR, like the Atlas 6, Down Comes the Night, literally just all of these books, from Wildfire to Once Upon a Dream, all of these, and then Exteriors. The Do-Over's in a TBR, but that is way far down the road. I just wanted this version of it, so I got it before it wasn't at Barnes & Noble anymore. And then like Ninth House, Keeper of the Lost Cities, Everblaze. I'm in the middle of my reread. It's not on a TBR. So yeah, I just want to read. I want to read like my set TBR, and then I want to read more on my physical TBR, because some of these books have been sitting here for a couple months, and they need to go. Well, they don't need to go, but like I want to read them, but like I let myself be a mixture of a mood reader and then somebody with a set TBR. So I'm trying to find a better balance of that. Alright, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload, which is on Mondays. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!